Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Gas is Great Scott. I want to encourage everyone to move closer to the stage. I know we're all afraid of being too close to each other right now, but this is a very small turnout so far. It's going to be extremely awkward if everyone sits the furthest they can away from the stage. So if you move forward, this will be, look, this show there's a good chance the show is going to be bad and painful. There's a good chance. If you all sit in the front row, 50% chance this show is going to be bad and painful. If you all sit in the back, we're going to knock it out of the park. 100%, this will suck. This will be unenjoyable for everyone. So I encourage everyone to move forward. You choose your own destiny. Look, folks, we have a choice tonight. We can either live, or we can be alive. Sounds like it means something, doesn't it? It doesn't. You can tell because it works exactly the same in the other direction. We can either be alive, or we can live. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. But, yeah, I encourage people to move forward. No? All right.
Down with life.
Yeah, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be bad. It's good though. It fits with my week. My week's been real bad, folks. I think everyone's has probably been pretty bad. I just got done with a 2-week jury trial. I should say I was on the jury, so it could have been a lot worse. I guess I mean, really, that was being on a jury is tough. I think my least favorite part is having to take your belt off in public twice a day when you're allowed to go out for lunch, which eventually they don't let you do anymore. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was a double homicide, which is not a fun thing to have to make a choice on. I won't tell you how I decided because it doesn't matter what I decided, it's depressing either way. It was a failure of the system. And, yeah, I don't know. We're all probably going to be dead, like, so soon that it doesn't really matter. Woo! This is like classic Rob Crean, like, the last few months I've really, like, I've stopped doing, like, suicide jokes, but, yeah, man, I'm feeling it now. Feeling real low. I really appreciate all of you coming out though, because I know it is tough to leave your house right now. Everyone's really scared, and it's really hard to tell what to pay attention to, and what is nonsense. Flying to California tomorrow, which is that's great. Every single person that I tell is like, still? I don't know what else to do. All my work for the next 2 months has been canceled, so that's good. So I'm definitely gonna be homeless really soon. Which, or I could die before then. I mean, it's really a toss-up. Yeah, I get why you guys didn't want to move forward. You're right. Imagine how fun this would be if I guess I would be saying different stuff if you move forward. I'd say jokes, which I'll do anyways. Here's my first joke. Opinions are like assholes. Mine is awesome. Okay, cool. I was out with my sister and my nephew, who's 3 years old, and he's a very picky eater, and I don't have a lot of skills to give to my young nephew. Certainly when it comes to being a picky eater, I'm a picky eater myself. I'm vegan, which is like a stupid thing I chose to do like 20 years ago, and now I'm just stuck with it. It's just like I like being vegan, though. Except for I don't like telling people that I'm vegan because the response is always just like, oh, you're vegan? Oh, you're vegan? You're like one of those like jerk-off people? You're vegan? Yeah. I just want to eat what I want to eat. I'm sorry that my choices are so difficult for you. So I don't like that part, but I do like being vegan. talk more about that later. But first, back to my nephew. My nephew's very picky, and we're eating pizza. He didn't want to eat it, so I said, "Oh, I'll do this. Just take a bite of your pizza, and then look at me like you can't believe how good the pizza is." So he does that, and I said, "All right, great. Now, take a bite of the pizza. Look at me, and say, now that's a spicy pizza." So he does that, and I just kept doing that, and eventually, after like 10 minutes, I just turned to my sister and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to train your son to be a commercial actor?" She was fine with it as long as he was eating. But my favorite thing I got him to say was, I had him take a bite of the pizza, look at me, and say, "Beats the dog food they fed us in the Army." It was a very, very cute thing to hear a 30-year-old say. He came up with one of his own, actually, that I thought was very funny, which was he took a bite of the pizza, he looked at me, and he said, "It's the taste of my taste." That's really funny. It's great. But I'm vegan, and people always ask, why did you become vegan? And I became vegan for the same reason that anyone does, because I was dating a girl, and definitely being vegan, you miss things, miss like pizza, When I was in high school, actually, I loved pizza so much that my nickname was Pizza Face. Because how much I like pizza. Another thing is that's gotten a lot easier is now you can get the Impossible Whopper at Burger King, which is cool because I think every vegan will say this. For years I've missed Whopper farts, so good to have those back. The thing about that, you can go to the Burger King, order an Impossible Whopper, but if you're vegan, you just have to order it without mayonnaise. So I went to Burger King, ordered an Impossible Whopper, no mayonnaise. Get it, and it has mayonnaise on it. So I go back up and I say, "I'm sorry, I ordered the Impossible Whopper with no mayonnaise, but it has mayonnaise on it. So can I get one with no mayonnaise?" And I said, "Okay, sure." So I wait again. Comes back out, I open it up, and it has like more mayonnaise than the first one. So I go back up and I say, "I'm sorry, I ordered Impossible Whopper with no mayonnaise, and it has mayonnaise on it." And then the person behind the counter said, "Oh, I thought you said all mayonnaise." So I looked down and I saw that it was all mayonnaise. There was just a bun, tons of mayonnaise, and lettuce made the cut. I don't know why only lettuce made the cut. And I said, "Oh, no, I said no mayonnaise." And he said, "Okay." So then as I'm waiting for the third time for the Impossible Whopper to come out, a kid behind the counter just starts going, "My order's not right, my order's not right," which, if he had been half as rude, I might have been upset. But he was so rude that I was like, "I like your style." That's cool.
Very masculine.
Yeah, it was very masculine. Yeah. This is just for the people in the room that I know, so not you three. I told that joke at 7:30 one time, and so nobody was there, and she was like, "What Burger King was that at?" And I said, "Downtown Crossing." And she said, "Well, that's what you get." That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Fair assessment. Folks, what are your names? Folks on the.
My name's
Morgan.
Marky.
Ben. We've got a Ben on the show. It's pretty cool.
Small world.
Thanks for being here, Ben. I'm very good at crowd work. Do you folks from around here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's visiting from Jersey, though.
Oh, cool. What part of New Jersey?
Sussex County.
Where is that in the state?
It's like at the top near Pennsylvania.
Cool. Awesome. By the top near
It's
Pennsylvania?
like it's at the northwest.
Northwest. Okay. So yeah, all right, I got you. Cool. I'm imagining the map and it. Just like the map of the U.S. that comes up in my brain when I think of what a map of the U.S. looks like is drawn in crayon. I'm like, I'm like, Florida doesn't really look that much like a dick on the real map, does it? It does. That's cool. What are you visiting for?
Just to see my sister.
Cool. You guys are sisters?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, how far apart are you?
Like almost 8 years.
Almost 8 years? That's cool. Who's older, who's younger? You're older? Yeah. I'm glad that you're definite about that, because it's tough when you're like, ah. Yeah. That's kind of the relationship I have with my sister, where it's like, she's younger, but like, it is hard to tell. She's got her shit a lot more together. My sister asked me, she told me that her son asked her, he's 3 years old, he asked my sister, he said, is Uncle Rob, I'm Uncle Rob, by the way, I didn't introduce myself, my name's Rob Crane, I'm the host. I'm Uncle Rob, meaning to my nephew, you guys don't have to call me that. But yeah, my nephew said, is Uncle Rob a kid or an adult? Right? He's 3 years old. And so my sister said, he's an adult, why do you ask? And this is what my 3-year-old nephew said. He said, well, it's just, he's pretty small. He's 3. But I think as he gets older, he's gonna notice other stuff that's really gonna support his hypothesis. So 8 years apart, so that means that like you guys weren't ever in school together, probably? Never even for like a year? Yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. It's exciting. I like the idea of like having like a sibling that is just like a person that you're like, yeah, we're related, but like we don't have to hang out. It's kind of fun. Do you have a favorite childhood memory of each other?
Oh, God.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about growing up with Marky?
I don't know.
If you don't have any, that's. I don't remember my childhood at all, so it's which is there's a good chance that that's because of just trauma. Also, it might be just that I'm so old. My childhood was a long time ago. It was a very long time ago. I found out recently that a lot of my friends actually don't know how old I am, because I have lots of white hair but no accomplishments, which is something that I've used to my advantage as a commercial actor, which is what I was teaching my nephew to do earlier. I can play people that are older than me. Usually, this is the part that I usually play in a commercial. Have you ever seen a commercial that takes place in an office, and at some point, someone in the office goes like this? That's me. That's what I do. It's pretty cool. It's fun. But recently, I did an Amazon pharmaceutical commercial, which has been seen by more people than any other ads that I did. But it's real weird to be like big pharma Amazon spokesboy, which is how I describe myself on my Tinder profile. It is weird, but I don't know. I think that, look, countries, they're going away. You gotta pick your allegiance. I'm an Amazon Prime boy. That's who I am, That's how I identify. I'm not an American anymore. That's outdated. I'm Amazon Prime, and if you are a fucking Walmart or Target person, I will kill you and your entire family, because I'm an Amazon Prime boy. Our flag has a smile.
So does the Walmart flag.
Does it?
Yeah, they're like.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Walmart, yeah. Do you know Target? By the way, I don't even call it Target. Me and my friends have a fun name that we don't call it Target. We call it a big circle, little circle. We're illiterate. Let's talk about buttholes for a bit.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
So my girlfriend's a bit younger than me, which makes sense, obviously. Like, look, am I gonna go up to a 40-year-old lady and be like, "You cool with this hole?" Yeah. You interested in dating a guy that looks not like he does manual labor, but like he's in a play about manual labor? My girlfriend's a bit younger than me, and so she's very self-conscious about like poop stuff. Like she's always like, "I don't poop." She's always like, "I don't have a butthole." That's what she sounds like. "I don't have a butthole." That's what she's. And yeah, she's very. She recently was trying to say that She was trying to say that she just was so young, her butthole hadn't grown in yet, but she misspoke and she said, I haven't grown into my butthole yet. And I immediately jumped on it. I was like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Like when you see like little kids, their ears are too big, they have like real huge hands and feet, and you're like, he's gonna be tall. You know, like that's, yeah, I get it. You're just this little lady, but you got this big old bagel boss. And it's the pulsating that really bothers her. That's what she doesn't like about it. She has a lot of tattoos, and I argued, I said, I've seen your butthole. And she said, it's just a tattoo. And I said, that's not true because all of your tattoos are black and white, and your butthole is brown and red and pulsating purple. It's the pulsating that she really doesn't like. That's the part that she really objects to. All right. How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing all right. I like doing comedy. It's making me feel better. I've been having a rough week, you know. Like I said, I was in jury duty. Really stressed about traveling. I've had this fever for a few days I can't kick. So yeah, I got a dry cough that's been really. I'm gonna get an airplane. Let's get the show started. Yeah. Hey, I mean, at least 3 of the comics booked in the show are here already, so that's a good sign. Your first comic is fantastic. He is in town because he was supposed to be someplace else, but then the coronavirus made him not be there. He may not talk about that, so forget that I said it. But he's hilarious, though. You're gonna love him. Please put your hands together, and you're more welcome too. Or you should tell.
Yes, it's true. I'm marooned due to the global health crisis. It has been fun, though, starting all my emails with, due to the global health crisis. I sound real important. I'm having my own health crisis, man. I got foot fungus. Foot fungus is messed up. It's technically called athlete's foot, but I don't like that name. Athlete's foot sounds like a good kind of foot, right? Calling foot fungus athlete's foot, that's like if you called erectile dysfunction athlete's penis. It's not for athletes, right? You think Tom Brady has athlete's foot? No. Tom Brady's feet are totally fuckable. I promise. Promise. I got athlete's foot, I got cauliflower ear. I just wish they named actual life-threatening conditions like that, you know? The doctor was like, well, what you had, it's technically called a heart attack, but you probably know it as fat man's birthday. You had a fat man's birthday. Take some Lipitor, you'll be fine, son. It's technically called COVID-19, but you probably know it as cough, cough, die, die. That's what we're calling it. That's what's on the news. This is good. This is good, man. It's good to be out. It's our last opportunity to probably leave the house, so it's good to be out. Why do we feel like grocery store cashiers are judging us? Why do we think they care what we're buying when we go to the thing? They don't pay attention at all. What are they going to do, start roasting us based on our purchase? Like, oh, baby carrots, nice. You going to wash these before you eat them? No, you're going to eat these baby carrots straight out the bag, aren't you? Because you're disgusting. It's not going to happen. They sell pots and pans at the supermarket. Yo, how unprepared do you got to be where you're buying a pan at the supermarket? Like you're making a grocery list, like sauteed spinach. Let's see. I'm going to need a pan. Okay, got that. A stove. A house, probably. I need to go to Trader Joe's for that. But I love cooking. I love learning to cook new things. The other week, I roasted a whole bird, man. I was so proud, and I thought the hallway smelled great, okay? But my neighbor was like, where's my parakeet? Have you seen a parakeet? I'm like, nah, I haven't seen him, son. Have some dark meat. You'll feel better. Good. I'm a Jew. I'm a big old Jew.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Being Jewish, I've noticed in today's social climate, being a Jew in 2020, it's a lot like being white. Yep, that's all. There we go. Same thing. There we go. We're back. I was actually born in Israel. That's where I was supposed to be this week for my cousin's wedding. But due to the global health crisis, I could not attend your wedding, signed Uri. But last time I was over there, man, flying home was weird. I was flying home from Israel. So I slid my Israeli passport to the Israeli passport security guard. Dude takes one look at it, and it says it's printed in Boston. He goes, "Oh, Boston. Where do you live then? Brooklyn, Newton, Needham, maybe Sheridan?" Yeah, I know we got some Jersey folks over here, so I'll explain. What's happening is I'm half a world away. This cat just naming towns where the Jews roost in the greater Boston area. I'm like, all right, yeah, you got me. I grew up in Brookline. That's where we all grew up here. All the Jews, I mean, yes. And I swear to God, Israeli passport security guard goes, "Oh, Brookline, yes. I do not like it there. There are too many fucking Jews." Yeah. That's how Jewy my hometown is. That guy chose to live in Israel and protect the borders instead. He's like, no, there are too many in Brooklyn. We cannot let them in. Check their passports. Check them. You said near Pennsylvania. You near the Poconos then? You don't know if you're near the Poconos? Yeah, you thought you were coming to a comedy show. No, this is a geography quiz. All right? Tell us where you're from. Tug, Jersey. Eagles territory, Giants territory?
Giants. Yeah.
Giants? Oh, okay, yeah, you're not near the Poconos then. No. You're near the Finger Lakes. Is that... No, that's not where the Finger Lakes are. I'll just ask, because I was recently in the Poconos. Yeah, I was recently over there. They were so lame, son. Barely mountains. Poconos, more like Poca-nose. That's so stupid. No, fuck you. That's really stupid. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like an atheist Jew. I'm an atheist Jew. I'm anti-circumcision. That's my big thing. I'm a Jew against circumcision. I just don't agree with the arguments for circumcision. People say it looks better. Yeah, you know what else looks better? Breast implants. You know, put that in a baby. No. Bunch of big titty babies running around, taking their first steps, falling over, bouncing back up. No, you would never do it. Just respect their culture. No, you don't do it. I just don't agree with the arguments for circumcision. That's what I just said. It is. It's been a week, Ted. Give me a break. Jeez. No. Circumcision is very important in Jewish culture, but there's a few objective facts that have me convinced against it. A few objective facts have me convinced against circumcision. Number one, circumcision is genital mutilation. Number two, a newborn cannot consent to circumcision. Number three, God isn't real. So given the facts, couldn't do that to my son. Come on. I don't know, I don't believe in it. I believe in bodily autonomy. That's what I believe in. Bodily autonomy. Like, they've just banned straight conversion camp in Germany, which is great. Germany has banned straight conversion camp. I think they should go ahead and ban all camps in Germany. I don't know why Germany's still operating camps of any kind. Camp there sucks, dude. Trust me. All right. I guess I'll have to take it. Thank you all very much. Hail Satan.
Keep it going for Ori. Ori's still. Okay. I'm going to encourage everyone to move to the front. Great. Did that. I'm going to just say that every time I get up here. Yeah, man, it's a global health crisis. It's crazy. I don't think I'm going to get the virus. What do they call it? It's corona. Yeah, what's the official name? COVID-19. Yeah. I've never seen COVID 1 through 18, so I don't think I'm going to get COVID-19. It's very stupid. I don't think I'm going to get it. Because I've been drinking tons of Purell. Dollar store hand sanitizer. Gas station hand sanitizer. I've been drinking gas. I think I'm safe. I think I'll be all right. It's pretty crazy. Being that this room is mainly Boston comedians, I'll just do this joke. I don't think I'm going to get the coronavirus, but I have been diagnosed with the Cordova virus, which is the virus that makes you talk like this and criticize other people's blowjobs. All right, that's just for no one, evidently. It's a mediocre impression of a local comedian named Jason Cordova. Check him out, he's funny. He talks like this, he's got a great voice. Anyone have any questions? Oh man.
Can you do that last bit, but in the baby voice?
Yeah. Can I do the Jason Canova? I don't know if I can do the last bit in the baby voice, but I'll do something else in the baby voice. I guess I'll do the last bit.
I'm a coronavirus. It's coronavirus. Boston comedian. It's critical of blowjobs.
I like hate doing dirty stuff in the baby voice. I just did it and I feel awful. I feel feverish. I feel like I really am. Thanks everyone for coming out. I really appreciate everyone being here. It is really. I mean, these memories that we're making tonight, these are going to be some of our last memories. It's cool.
You say that in the baby voice?
Yeah, that I can say in the big voice.
The memories that we're making. I'll be our last memories.
No one ever asked me to do anything in the Owen Wilson voice. It's almost like that impression's not good. I do an Owen Wilson impression, it's not good. I do a Luke Wilson impression, very good. Do you guys want to see my Luke Wilson impression? Yeah. This is my Luke Wilson impression. Ready? Wow, that's it. It's very good. My Owen Wilson impression is very bad. I'll bring up the next comic. I feel like I've wasted enough time up here. I will mention there are seats still available in the front. Your next comic is a dear friend. He's very funny. Please put your hands together. You're warm welcome to Cam McNeil.
How are you? My cousin's Xbox name is Analingus. Yeah. I like eating ass. You ever take peanut butter and put it on a girl's asshole? And then take a celery stick and shove it up her hole? And then pull it out? And been like, wow, that's a big raisin. True story. Yeah. You ever been at your rich friend's house for dinner, and they have like a bunch of utensils, and you can't tell the difference between the salad fork and the cocaine spoon? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna look at notes. By the way, Rob, I have that entire thing on. I was recording, so the baby voice you doing the Corona shit. I have that. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I don't know. Anything's possible in 2020. You know? I want 2 dicks. 2 of them. Because, like, the days of sharing are over. You have 2 girls that have to share. It's such bullshit. 2 dicks, man. It's like 2 straws for ginger ale. It's fucking perfect. I don't know. Like, gay men, like other gay men with HIV that don't tell them they have HIV because they're bored and they want to die. Because we were promised flying cars and jetpacks, and what do we have now? the choice between Xbox and PlayStation. That's what we have. It's bullshit. I'm sorry, that was a bit too much. That was weird. I don't know. Funniest thing I ever saw, cause I've never laughed harder in my life than this. I was at the Cheesecake Factory in Boston, and I saw two girls kissing, making out, and it made me laugh like crazy. I don't know. Do I have I don't know. One of my roommates is really religious, and she was watching a Jesus documentary, and it was in Nazareth or whatever, and they all had the same house. And it's just cube, everywhere. And I was just how do you know which one's your house? It would just be so easy to get lost. And if, can you imagine being high in Nazareth? You're what the fuck, where is my house? I know the door is painted red, but I don't, how do I get home? This is a good night. What's your name? Eric or Aaron? Aaron? Nice. Are you a fan of Hank Aaron? Yeah, he's cool. Hank Aaron did this thing, so he was a righty, and righties are supposed to bat with their right hand on top of their left hand and then punch through that way. But one of his teammates was I bet you can't do it in reverse. And he fucking hit a home run going backwards. Makes you question your sexuality, doesn't it? Doesn't it, guys? I hate bits so much, especially right now. You know what I mean? No one gives two fucks. And none of us are gonna get that bullshit either, so it's just just waiting for fucking losers to die. You know what I mean? Bunch of dumbasses, man. What do you think was gonna happen when you asked your sister to piss in your mouth? Honestly. Honestly. It's fucking crazy. That's good. Oh, that's good. With lime. With lime. It's spread through anal sex. I don't see what the, you know what I mean? It's not a cold. That's the thing too. It's March, so if you cough, it could just be a common cold. But people are oh shit. I don't know. I was talking to my sister on the phone, and she was you smoke cigarettes, you have a heart condition, you're at risk if you get sick. And I was and she was that's not funny. I was it's kind of funny. All right, thank you guys.
Keep it going for Cam McNeil. There's a lot of information out there about this epidemic, and it's hard to know what's true and what's not true. I will be honest, I had not heard that it was spread through anal sex, and I had definitely not heard that it was spread through. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I should say Cam is schizophrenic, so. And bipolar. schizoaffective.
It's like cotton candy.
Yeah. It's a mouthful of Xanax.
Oh, lithium.
Lithium. It's a mouthful of lithium. Yeah. That's one of Cam's jokes. He has them. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm almost sure that you can just keep drinking your sister's piss, and I don't think that raises your risk. So if you or anyone is worried, anyone just got real nervous when Cam was talking about drinking your sister's piss gives you the virus, I think that you can relax. I don't think that's, as far as I know, that has not come out as an official way that it is spread.
I'm going home.
Oh, have a night.
All right.
I hope you're not mad at my riffing.
No.
Cool.
No, I'm just tired.
All right, well, have a good night, Cam. I want to remind people, feel free to move forward. This will be a lot more fun with you. Yeah. Well, it just sucks because now I feel like I can't do my drinking my sister's piss bit. You know, I mean, that's really the... All right. All right, let's bring up your next comic. This next guy is delightful. I was recently on his podcast, Kings, which is a lot of fun. We got into it. We talked about some serious stuff. We talked about relationships. We talked about the slavery of the Irish people. Irish were slaves too. It's true. Do you know that? And you know that if you were an Irish person, even if you could escape from the plantation, even if you could get past the Mason-Dixon line, you could still be hunted down by Northerners just so they could get your Lucky Charms. Irish slavery's not real. That's not a real thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is hilarious. You're gonna love him. Please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Charismatic.
Alright, first and foremost, I'm really pissed off that Cam left. How dare you blaspheme anal sex and then run the fuck out of here? I'm not fucking with it. No. Don't be scared. Anal sex is still safe. It's still safe, okay? Y'all in the back, still safe. Y'all can do it tonight. It's alright, alright? You won't catch no corona, okay? Don't give her any more reasons, you know what I mean? I'm with you, bro. Fuck that. So my name is Charismatic, and I run the Kings podcast. And one thing I think you should know about me, I'm an asshole. But you are what you eat. But y'all knew that just by looking at my face. You're like, he looks like he eats assholes. I do. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's pretty good. If you haven't tried it, you should try it once in a while, you know? It feels amazing, man. Just let her do it, all right? All right, here we go. Shout it out. It kind of struck me the other day that I kind of look like the Predator. But not like To Catch a Predator, but like Predator 2 Predator. You know, standing up in trees and going invisible and shit. That's how I hunt white women. I'm sorry. That's a lie. I just made that up on the spot. That's a lie, or is it? Now you're gonna be scared. Every dark corner you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's a black guy. Nah. It's just me. But anyways, I've been watching a lot of video about people. They've really been going after Asian folk in this new, COVID-19 world. And I think that's a little fucked up, man. I mean, when's the last time white people came out with a novel disease? Y'all ain't even trying no more. Y'all haven't come out with shit since the flu. Africans got fucking Ebola. South America got Zika. Asia comes out with a new one every season. And y'all won't be mad? Fuck y'all, come out with something. Only thing y'all got killing people right now are white incels. Alright, they do count as a disease. Alright, that counts. But, damn, man, y'all ain't liking me right now? I don't care. I'm gonna keep fucking pushing, yo. So I hate it when white guys say that they don't see color. But at the same time, that kind of lets me know that, maybe that's why they weren't, our advocates in the 90s, when black guys were getting shot by the police. Because every time they see a black guy on TV with the police, they're like, Who's that nappy-headed white guy getting beat up right there? It's a little confusing. I only see them getting ass whooped on TV. I never see them in public. But then all of a sudden, once the N-word comes up, then they see race again. How come y'all get to say it, but we can't? Maybe because y'all been saying it for the last 200 years and we had it for the last 50. All right? Give us about 150 more, and then we'll start talking, you know? But for now, that's our shit. Leave it alone. So I walked into a store the other day, and an old lady sizes me up. She looks me up and down, she's like, I'm 70. I can look, but I can't touch. You can touch. I ain't saving this for nobody special. You can touch, go right ahead. I mean, what the fuck else are you supposed to do at 70? Everybody else is supposed to have sex with you either in the hospital or dead, right? You gotta grab a little cheek to make it through the day. Go ahead, you know? Old lady grabs my ass. Go ahead with your bad self, you know? Keep it rocking. That's top shelf ass shit. You see this? This is high up in the air. If she reaching that high, good shit. Old guy grabs my ass. Well, you won that fight, all right? Not gonna pick it with you, you know? I hit you, you hit the floor, you win the case already. I'm going to jail, all right? You got ass grab all yours, you know? You gotta let some people off it a little bit, you know? Because by the time I get to 70, I'm grabbing everybody's ass. Give no fucks, ifs, ands, or buts. You're gonna see me in a fucking rascal. I might even do it in an African accent. What the fuck do you want? You know? I don't know. But I have a good question for you guys in the crowd right now. Stay with me on it. Stay with me. It's gonna be a rough ride through this next few minutes. If you had to pick the best type of racism, what would it be? See, for me, if I had to pick the best type of racism, it'd have to be anti-Semitism. You know what I mean? I don't know the difference between a white and a Jew. I don't. Miss, do you know the difference between a black and an African? She's still thinking about it, guys. Give her time, give her time. Relax, guys. Like, that's the one type of racism where I feel like you gotta tell on yourself. It's like, hey, I'm Jewish, or wear the little hat they wear all the time, you know? Like, take the fucking hat off. You passed. You passed. Like, if I could use that shit, you don't think I would withhold telling people I'm black? Maybe then my credit score would go up or some shit, you know what I mean? Convince, walk by the police and be like, hello, sir, how are you today? Just your typical white man walking by, right? Take no notice. I wish I could pull that shit off, man. I'm jealous of Jewish people. They got Hollywood. You know, like, they got Hollywood, they got the banks. Like, as a black guy, what do we got? BET? They own BET! We ain't got shit! I'm jealous of the Jews, man. My people still in. Hell yeah. You see how cleanly he did that dap? I'm still trying to teach the rest of the white people that shit, man. They got it, they got it. But like, can I ask you guys a quick question? Because this shit, this is not a bit, this is a real question. How many different types of white people are there? Three? Because yesterday someone went through like 6 different types of Jews. That's already 6 whites right there. I don't know how many others are there. And do Irish people count as white?
No.
No? That's news to me. Shit. Fuck. I didn't know you have to just kick white people out the white people club. Fucking shit. Am I allowed to do that? Like, can I kick black people? Like, because we've been trying to get rid of Jamaicans for a long time. Why now? Why? What the fuck? But the other day I heard a comedian ask, he asked the crowd, he said, yo, if you could go back in time, what would you do? And everyone in the crowd yells out, kill baby Hitler, kill baby Hitler. My first question was, why baby Hitler? Why you want to kill a baby for? I guess it's Hitler nonetheless, I'll take it. My second question was, y'all really want to stop slavery? Like, what the fuck, man? You can go back in time and your first thought is, save more white people. You're like, come on now, like, help a brother out. Like, in the past, you can help us out in the past, and no more white guilt, right? Right? Or you only feel white guilt for him? It's fucked up, man. And I have one more rough question for you. If slavery was still a thing, right? This is a black guy saying this to you, so stay with me, okay? It's okay, a black guy saying it. If slavery was still a thing, right? Do you think we have emotional support slaves? Right? See a white lady with her little black person on a plane, like, oh, I named him Toby this morning. Do the trick I taught you. Do the trick I taught you. I don't know. I haven't worked that last part out. Thank you. I've been charismatic.
Keep it going, charismatic. Yeah, a lot of people talk about going back in time and killing baby Hitler. No one talks about going back in time and raising baby Hitler right. You know, like imagine what he could have accomplished with better parenting. I think that slavery thing is just like, you're like, if we kill Hitler, a good chance we can stop the Holocaust. But slavery was so systemic, it was like, do you know how many white people you'd have to kill to end slavery?
I'm willing to do the math.
I mean, come on, I want to do other stuff with this time machine. I gotta go back, I gotta teach Chuck Berry how to do rock and roll. I got a lot to do. Gotta make it with my mom. Gotta catch lightning. Make my dad fall out of a tree. I gotta kill the Terminator. Oh wait, no, I gotta stop. Yeah, stop the Terminator from killing John Connor. Yeah, it's crazy that black people don't have BET. You know what they do have though? Weather Channel. It's true. Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel. Isn't that weird?
So we got the weather?
Yeah.
How you been?
It's weird.
It's like the Weather Underground.
What's that?
It's the Weather Underground.
The Weather Underground, exactly.
We don't even like rain though.
No one likes rain.
Yeah, but it fucks up our hair.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. That's the only way that I don't relate to the black experience very much, with the one exception of that I do often have white women touch my hair without permission. It doesn't really work with my hair right now. When my hair is bigger, it makes more sense.
It's so
Yeah.
fluffy.
Yeah. I feel very much the same way you feel about the lady grabbing your ass, though. I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. But I think that it's different for me. Let's bring up your next comic. I want to remind people there are seats available. This next comic it came all the way from New York to perform this, which is slightly closer than New Jersey. So, big deal. He's very funny. I'm very excited to have him here. Please put your hands together. Give a warm welcome to Ben Miller.
Hey, I heard there was someone else named Ben here. I've come here to fight, okay? It's you? Damn, I am scared. Maybe I'll back down a little bit. We can both share the name. Now, what do you think you've done to earn the name Ben over the course of your life? Drawing a blank? That's why you don't deserve it. You're probably older than me. You were probably born with the name. If your parents had known about me, they wouldn't have given you that name. Let's say that. So you can keep it for a little bit, but this is not going to stand for the whole show, all right? You could have like Brad. That's close enough, right? People wouldn't even notice if you just went around and said Brad. Is this bit going too far? Probably. He was uncomfortable from the get-go. I should have backed down, but I didn't yet. Are people now like their jobs are telling them to stay away because of the whole health situation? Anybody like working from home now? You're nodding no. Your job, they're still making you come in? What do you do? Yeah, you're saying no when I was like,
there was other people.
I wasn't speaking to Ben or whoever that person is.
We're in retail, so.
Oh, okay. Jeez, yeah. What are you? What store do you work? What type of retail? You don't want to say.
It's perfume.
It's perfume. Whoa, that's a bad business when everything is airborne right now. That's deeply concerning. Well, good luck in the perfume sales. Yeah, but I guess some people are like working from home now. Their jobs are sending them away, and I was very cautious about this whole thing. That's why preemptively to sort of get ahead of this whole health crisis, I actually got myself fired in December. So I'm very safe now, just staying at home all the time. Bit about myself. I have pectus excavatum. It's a genetic condition, not a Harry Potter spell. What happened, I don't know if you can see this, my ribs, they grew inward because they inherited my personality. That's what happened. This is a condition, it develops during puberty, and so I didn't realize I had this, so there's a swim unit in my high school gym class. We all had to have our shirts off, and kids just kept making fun of my weird chest until I told the doctor about it. And the doctor's like, yeah, they're right. Said to thank my bullies for their good work. Yeah, some people have it bad, but they need surgery, but I don't have it that bad. I'm only like 70% of normal lung capacity, which is like a C. It's like a passing grade in breathing. Like to consider it honorary asthma. Yeah, the doctor said the only reason I ever want to get surgery is if I want to climb a mountain. But I think it's great that they took one look at me and like, hey, the only thing between Ben and Everest is his lungs. Nothing else about his body's getting in the way. Yeah, when people find out of my chest cavity, they're always like, oh, you should keep things in there. You should like store money in there like a wallet. You should eat cereal out of it. Which I feel like I can relate with women much more now, because like, please stop trying to fill my holes, okay? I'm saving my chest for marriage. Very wholesome. Yeah. I have an old dad. I'm only 24, but my dad is 72 years old. Yeah, so he's been old my entire life. Like, remember even at 6 thinking like, oh man, my dad is about to die. He'd be like, hey son, you want to play catch? I'd be like, of course, Papa, I'll play catch with you this one last time. That's fair. In high school, there were 2 gym classes that we were allowed to take. One was called strength training, the other was called unique PE. And I don't know if you can guess, I took the class called unique PE. Yeah, we did things like ping pong and learned how to juggle scarves. It was the most activity that we were capable of. One of the units, it was 3 months long, it was just called self-paced running, and we walked the entire time. That's what we did. So I don't know if this is a weird thing to admit in a bar, but I've never been drunk before. Yeah, but I have had a couple of sips of alcohol on my 21st birthday because my parents peer pressured me into it. I had to drink so that I wouldn't disappoint my family. This is the situation. I feel like one of the reasons why I didn't want to drink despite their coercion is they used to make me have 2 glasses of milk every day till I was 18 years old, which is I grew up to be such a big, strong boy like this. This is the best possible scenario, by the way. This is me when I'm fully fortified. Yeah, I've never been drunk. I've also never smoked marijuana, but I have made my friends pop brownies because I like baking. Yeah, I'm a good friend. You like that one, Ben? You turned away. You had a bit of like a bashful smile. Do you partake in drugs? Is this a bad line of questioning? You're so shy. I love it, dude. We genuinely don't have to. I know you're hiding behind 2 entire people because you don't want there to be any interaction. I respect that deeply. That's fair. The bits are like going mediocre. So I was like, hey, we'll talk with the crowd and we'll have fun. And you're like, you insult the name Ben. I will not say a word to you. I'm seeing you outside after the show. That's cool. What's like a good perfume? I genuinely have no idea like what is a good thing to smell or to smell like.
Whatever you want to smell.
Whatever you want?
Yeah.
I genuinely have no idea. Does anybody have like a scent that they enjoy or like I don't know.
Sandalwood.
Sandalwood?
There you go, that's a good one.
What used to smelling like a tree?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
A
like
good
something,
tree.
bro.
Okay.
Flowers, trees, you gotta smell like something.
You have to smell like something. Sir, you are not allowed to smell like nothing. You take this odorless body out of here and rub up against a tree. That's what you deserve. Not like maple? I feel like maple is like a scent.
Have you ever smelled sandalwood?
Clearly I haven't.
You gotta get out more white boy.
Exactly. If I'd be out there, I'd have a tan. I'd look like a tree. I'd be strong like a sandal. Are sandalwoods strong? Are they big and tall? Or are they flimsy like I am? What's the...
I used to look just like you. Then I rub up against the sandal trees, and I got this nice hue and this height as well. You know what I'm saying?
It's all bark. It's all
bark.
all natural. I love it. What's like the most popular perfume? Is that a question? Is that a fair question?
Well, I work for a specific brand, so our most popular scent is sandalwood.
Black
He
guy
knew.
knows.
Oh my gosh, wow. We have the representative for the sandalwood perfume industry here tonight. Everybody take a whiff after the show. That's incredible. I don't think it's getting better than that. Thank you all so much for your time. Keep going for your host.
Keep it going for Ben Miller. Man, sandalwood. I have a cologne that I've had for 10 years. I don't use it very often, but it's called Cowboy Grass, which is a pretty cool name. My girlfriend from 10 years ago bought it for me. She got herself the female version, which is called Cowgirl Grass, but I insisted on calling it Reverse Cowgirl Grass, which she did not like. Sandalwood. This court case that I was in, there was a cop that he kept talking about a footprint in sandstone. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he just means sand. Sandstone is stone. But here's the thing, but I was like, oh, but maybe sandstone and sand can be used interchangeably. But during a trial, you're not allowed to research anything about the trial. So I was like, I can't look that up. I just have to not know. It's weird. It's weird to not be able to legally not be allowed to look something up. Turns out it was stone dust. A witness later said that. This feels good. This feels right. I want to remind folks, there are still a few seats available in the front. If anyone's interested in moving up. I promise, at least I won't ask you if you do drugs. Ben. People probably assume that you do drugs because of your long beard. Right? Yeah, I get the same thing because it's the way I look. You know, like I think this pocket on a denim jacket is where drugs come from. Right. But I don't do drugs. I don't, which is, you know, I get on stage and I say I don't do drugs, and the audience, sometimes there's an audience, and the audience, yeah, the audience thinks, you don't do drugs, well, what happened? I quit drinking, other Ben, so I tried it though. I tried it until I perfected it. And I got perfect at drinking, and I was like, I'm getting out of the game at the top. Quit drinking about 3 years ago, and it's kind of hard for me to talk about because like I have friends that are like trying to get sober now, and they ask me advice like, how did you get sober? And I don't have good advice. My advice is just like, well, you should try to be not genetically predisposed to addiction. That really worked for me. It's not great. I quit drinking because I was depressed. Which reminds me, I have merch that I just put someplace, but I don't remember where to put it. I have merch. I have an album out called Sadly Sacritan. It's very sad. This joke's on it. I know it's hard to believe this is a joke that I'm in the middle of. Technically, it is. I stopped drinking because I was depressed, and which is hard to talk about. I was out on a date with a lady I'd been seeing for a bit. We're at a rock show, and I said, "Do you want a drink?" And she said, No, I'm okay. Do you ever think about drinking again? And I said, no. I don't think about drinking again. I think about killing myself way more than I think about drinking. Really ruined the night. Really brought the mood down. Similarly, I was at a party with my friend Kate, and she said, why did you stop drinking? And I said, I'm just like real depressed, real suicidal, and I figure if I don't drink, it'll take longer. Again, really brought the mood down, and I said, I should probably just say for my health, right? And she said, yeah, that's better. Say that from now on. All right. Anyone have any questions at this point? My most commonly asked question is, why are you doing this? Ted?
Oh, can you talk about how many different types of white people there are?
Yes.
But do it in the baby voice.
Okay.
Races are construct a way to different types of poor people against each other. So the types of white people are wealthy and white people are poor white people who have been systematically tricked into acting against their own best interests.
That was cute. Beats the dog before they fed us in the army.
Second question.
Yes.
Can you name your second album Woke Baby?
No. my second album is coming out in June, and it's already got a title. It's called Local Personality. Yeah. Woke Baby.
What scent would you refer Ben to Ben?
Oh, I'm a natural type of a guy. En natural, it's French. I don't wear cologne or even deodorant, which is funny because like I'm such a gym rat. I don't mean like that I work out a lot, but that I am often found in the dark chewing on deodorant. So, yeah, I don't.
Oils?
Oils? Nah, not really. I just.
Cocoa butter? Anything?
Yeah, sometimes I use like coconut oil.
No, cocoa butter. Not coconut.
Yeah.
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter is made out of coconut oil, though. Isn't it?
No.
It's not? Yes, I am. Let me tell you about cocoa butter.
Oh, man.
Is it not? No, I mean, tell me it's not. What is it made out of?
It's coconut. It's
That's
not
what I'm
coconut.
saying.
No, coca. It's a nut called coca.
Oh.
A coca.
Like chocolate?
A coca.
White chocolate.
Like white chocolate?
Yes.
But-
Your nickname.
So not coconut, but coca.
My nickname?
Nut.
Okay, oh, I thought it was, but it smells like coconut, doesn't it?
No. No.
I have a bad sense of
It's
smell.
stuff that makes white chocolate white.
Okay.
See, that's probably because your nose is too small.
Oh.
Was that another weird Jewish thing?
That was a reverse black nose joke right there, man.
You know, people
Let's measure around the skull right
That was way better.
Yeah, it's true.
That was good.
I've been told I have the forehead of a career criminal. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of talk about race right now. People often ask me what I think about white privilege, and my answer is I don't have to. Any other questions?
Is the baby voice any baby or is it baby Hitler?
It's baby.
Your face needs to be capsule.
My girlfriend took pictures of me sleeping, but like in my sleep, I'm like, she's got a file. She says she's gonna cancel me, but I told her I'm uncancelable because I'm not famous. I have to be famous to be canceled. All right, let's bring up your next comic. Your next comic is so funny. She's relatively new at comedy, but she's just great. You know, love her. Please bring us together and give a welcome to Allegra Brack.
My corona. Woo! That's where we're at, you guys. You know, the universe is just a big old brain that thought itself. It's just one big episode of HGTV's Fixer Upper, right? Because it doesn't care about your life. It cares about one thing, and that's renovation. It's just renovate, renovate, renovate. No more planets. Throw them into the sun. You know the sun, the wonderful, sunderful, the greatest star in the world. I think God is really stupid, you guys. I think he's stupid. I think his son is stupid too. His son was so stupid, he had to kill him. You guys don't remember at the end of the Bible when Jesus said, "Tell me about the rabbits, George. Tell me about the rabbits." Episode 27 of Matthew versus Jesus. What a stupid ass. What does he think he is, some kind of celebrity illusionist? Some kind of Chris Angel looking angel? Yeah, right, thanks. That's exactly what I need. Another disappearing act with a chain wallet. Are you wearing 2 chain wallets? Oh, I guess someone really doesn't want to get robbed in the 90s. So I'm back together with my married boyfriend, you guys. Renovate, 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 bring back the planets. I'm gonna get coronavirus. No, it's great. In a sense, we've renewed our vouchers for each other. It's actually a loyalty card. I'm 10 stamps away from actually questioning this process, but I'll probably just ride it out to 15 and cash in for the free dessert. Yeah, no, it's great. I get so jealous and, I try to hide it. I try to hide it because we're in a polyamorous relationship, but in my head I just sound like the world's worst carnival barker. Just like, step right down. Don't get on this ride. Don't ride this. Get on next ride. No strong man here. It's broken. Yeah. So we're polyamorous, so I recently started sleeping with a guy who's been using movie lines on me, but not like movie lines like Jack Nicholson in As Good as It Gets, where he's like, "You make me want to be a better man." This was different because the last time I slept with him, he took his clothes off and he unbuckled his pants, and he said to me, "I am switched into on mode now." Which sounds off, right? It's like, does he like me for my fluorescent bulbs or my personality? So I did what any normal person would do, and so the next day, after 12 hours of extensive internet cross-referencing, I came across my answer, teen hentai porn. A dizzying carnival of tentacles and very problematically sexualized female innocence, also a lot of teacher stuff. Yubi Saka Kara no Hanki is a beautiful story about Soma, a fireman whose pants are ablaze with love, in this instance spelled L-U-V, and his romantic interest, Ro, who's literally a Dixie cup of a human being. So as it turns out, the line comes from this film, and the line, "I am switched into on mode now," is just a bad Japanese to English subtitle translation of an anime boy saying that he's horny. So I'm learning how to speak his love language now, so that the next time I see him, I can respond to him in teen hentai, so that when he says to me, "I am switched into on mode now," I can respond with, "Special times are here right now. Amazing here right now. Teacher, squid me with your sensual phrase." I'll leave you guys with this. I like to personify the coronavirus as a cheerleader from Navarro State, Texas. Hey y'all, want to see me do the splits? I'm a super spreader. Good night, y'all. I'm Allegra.
Keep her going for Allegra Borat. So it's that time of the night where we have officially walked the entire audience, except for Aaron. Aaron's still here. You're not a comedian, are you, Aaron? No. Cool. That's good. Someone should not be.
There's enough of us.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that aren't technically comedians. Improv comedian, that counts, I guess. You don't identify as an improv comedian? How do you identify?
You met them.
Person, just regular.
No. Yeah.
An HR manager,
That's cool. Yeah. My girlfriend has told me that I can stop when we meet new people by introducing her as being not a comic, but she does run a Valley D parody Twitter account. She's like, you can stop doing that, and I was like, all right, fair. Makes sense. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna stay up here, and I'm gonna bring up some of the comics that are hanging out, and you guys can do some like 2-minute sets, and maybe I'll interrupt you. It's just gonna be like an open mic. It's technically an open mic now, and then at the end I'm gonna bring up Ted to do to close it out and do a real set, and it'll be great. But if you're a comic in the room and you want to get up and talk, throw your hand in the air. Welcome to stage, Tiny.
I am crawling on this stage. God damn. Did you see that? I went 4 hands.
I love that.
I call my feet hands, by the way, for this story.
Yeah.
This is actually the biggest audience I've played to all week.
Yeah, I want to just thank all the audience for not coming out, because they've been saying that you're not supposed to be in places where there's more than 250 people gathered. Thank God we're below the number. In LA they say it's less than 50. Still good. We're still good.
I'm still good.
We're like a real Los Angeles comedy show.
I'm in the LA scene. That's what I'm telling my mom right before she makes my student loan payment.
Yeah, the Lower Alston scene.
Yeah. Should I do it like? Yeah. Shit. Alcohol. You know what I mean? I recently stopped eating meat, though. You know what that's like, Rob Cream.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that cows actually have the same intellect of that of a 3-year-old child. I had to stop afterwards. You know, you can't. I have been eating a fuck ton of babies, though. I will say that, Ori. This does feel like an open mic.
It does. It is. I mean, there's no one here that's not either related by blood or relationship to a comedian in the room. So
it's good. It's good. I'm not saying I'm racist, but I only eat white babies, of course. Because goddamn, they're lazy. You know what I mean? Talk about the softest meat on the planet. Get that goddamn binky out of your mouth, Caleb, and contribute to society. Well, this has paid off.
Man, la-di-da.
La-di-da.
Eats the most expensive babies.
I do. To the biggest crowds.
Yeah.
That's my book.
Yeah.
The biggest crowds, the whitest babies.
The whitest babies. Those white babies are pricey.
They are. I wish. No, I'm not going to go any further with that. That was going to get ugly.
What do you think would be harder to get right now? A white baby or
a laugh.
or Perel? Okay, it's sold out everywhere.
Actually, I have a redneck cousin down in Arkansas that's making bathtub Purell now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
He puts a little meth in it, you know, Arkansas style.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is so good, you can eat a bat after you wear it. It's which was the other joke I didn't tell.
That was great.
Yeah, no, it's better than the one I chose, but yeah. No, yeah, Purell, bathtub meth. Thank you.
Give it over time.
Give it up for.
All right. Anyone else wanna get up?
Get up there,
Ricardo
Tom.
Perez. Oh, we'll get Tom next. Welcome, Ricardo Perez.
Oh, Ricky.
I'm coming for that new wealth, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
This, right?
What's
right?
What's the new wealth?
Because the stocks are on fire right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna go like more down, right? And then it's gonna come up a little bit, and then stupid people are gonna buy it. It's gonna go down more. And that's when I slide in, Rob.
Yeah.
This is my time.
I gotta say, this has gotta be the best time ever to have a pallet of fish antibiotics.
Price has gone up. I'm doing all right. Making it work. I've never felt more hopeful. Like, I've never been more optimistic in my life. You know, things seemed so bad before, you know, people were holding on to the money real tight.
Yeah.
But now, baby, then it's on fire. It's just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it is really like when the establishment hasn't necessarily been great for us.
Not really.
It going away is
It's been
not
worse
that big
for
of a
other
deal.
people, but-
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, in 25 years, my family that I don't have, they're gonna thank me. Like, I'm gonna try to fall in love now, Rob.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stop doing this bullshit. Like, I gotta get a real job. Like, oh my God.
You should be a trader. Be like a stock trader.
No, that's garbage. No. This is a one-time thing. This is a get in, wait a couple decades, right? So I have to survive 20, like, I gotta make it 20 more years, which, I mean, I'm gonna have to change a lot of things. But I wanted to pay off, Rob, you know, like, take like $5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like July.
Yeah.
July, start of August, that's gonna be the time to move in.
Buy a bunch of stocks.
Buy all the stocks.
And then just let it ride for a while.
Let it ride for a minute, you know, like, while I'm doing that falling in love during this time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting married, maybe?
I want to watch this romantic comedy.
I would like to live this romantic comedy. Like, I couldn't ask for more. Really, it's love seems great, you guys.
I'm trying to imagine like the poster, and for some reason on the poster it's just called Ricky and Raul Go to Encore. I don't know why.
I don't think Raul's gonna make it through this trying time.
He
doesn't have the will. I don't think he's strong enough.
Yeah. He is 6'2" and 104 pounds. It's
not.
Yeah, he seems like that immune system's
I
gotta be
can
compromised.
use him as a weapon when things get real dark, you know?
This is the one thing though, it's like, it won't be that bad for him because he already looks so much like a skeleton. It'll be an easy transition.
I think he gets fat during this trying time somehow. I think he starts panic eating, you know, and puts on 200 pounds.
200 pounds.
He puts on the weight that I lost. I think that is how that works out.
You stole that Ricky Coke weight.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tiny. I'm a changed man now. I'm getting a real job with benefits. Maybe. I don't go back to college. I mean,
why not?
I suppose, perhaps.
You don't even have to go now.
Whose jobs are hiring? Like, who has pull at their workplace? Tiny? Yeah? No. I don't know.
Who here has a job?
Who's got a job?
Not so
Who's
first.
man. We work in tourism, we're fucked. Yeah, we're not, this is gonna be rough.
More
rougher, yeah.
More rough.
Yeah.
But those stocks, baby, I feel like...
that's where we gotta get into the stocks, Ted. We're gonna be trading.
How much money do you have in your wall?
In my wall?
Like how much cash? What you got?
I don't know. I'm so bad at knowing, but I
can check for you. You want to tell me where your little hidey hole is? I'll count it.
I don't know why you think that I have cash stashed around my house.
You've been alive for 400 years, bro. There's got to be something. Rob has gold coins. Like, I know this.
You don't think I have bank accounts?
No, you don't have a bank. Look at you, Rob. There's no bank account. What do you mean? Bank account. I gotta get a bank account?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. You're not wrong. I'm not saying that
I've
you're
never
wrong.
been wrong,
I'm surprised that you figured it out. What about me says tons of money stashed in the
I didn't
wall.
say tons. I didn't say a lot.
I think my definition of tons of money is pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how much?
I don't know. It's like more than $100.
I would hope so. I would.
That's a lot of money to me. For most of my life, I never had more than like $300 at a time.
I believe you. That makes sense. I get that. You know.
Of course, back then that was a fortune.
Who else wants to invest with me in like end of July, maybe beginning of August?
What? No, before that. Yeah.
No. See, you're gonna be one of the dumb people. You're gonna get in too soon.
Mm.
Huh? This is a group thing now, so you don't have to whisper real loud. Understand the stock market?
Yeah.
It's real simple. Everyone seems to get it but you at this point. I'm sorry, that was not nice. And I try to be nice at all times. This is all I just wanted to put my plan out there to kind of get a feeler for it. Ted, how much cash you got?
On me or like
No, in your hidey hole.
Like a couple grand.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming I can, pay my rent the next few months.
You know, they close down like housing court. It has to be like you gotta commit a crime or some shit to get evicted. So you're good. You good.
All right.
You got a month, free month, baby. You might have to owe it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was in one of the last juries. They're not even doing like jury trials right now.
There's no more laws?
There's no more laws.
There's no more trials?
It's martial law.
Oh,
yeah,
baby.
you just do whatever you want.
All right. We're going to invest a lot more then. I feel like I'm going to have a good amount to invest when it comes time. I got to go commit crimes now, I guess.
Keep it going for a good rest. All right. Let's see. So Tom and then Brian, if you want to. So welcome to the stage, Tom McDonald.
How's it going?
It's going better. I like being on stage. When I'm not on stage, I'm fucking falling apart. When I'm on stage, I feel good.
Well, you stay right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't need you falling apart on me. Yeah. All right. So for years, my mother has been opening my mail. I keep explaining it's a federal crime. She does not care. Keeps doing it. Like, oh, sorry, it looked important, so I opened it for you. Yeah, it looked important, so I feel like now's a good time to violate your privacy. Like, what the? She's fucking something wrong with her. But anyway, years and years she's been opening my mail. So my wife orders butt plugs on my Amazon account, under my name, my payment. Fine. Okay, I told her to do it. Yeah, okay, get butt plugs, whatever. Here's the thing. She ordered it to my mom's house, because that's one of the addresses on my Amazon Prime account. So it goes to my mom's house, and like my mom does, she opened it.
Well, it would look important, I imagine.
Yeah. It was a very important looking Amazon package. She opened it, and all I get is a text from her. It's like, oh yeah, something came for you. I opened it without looking. Sorry. I get that from her. I didn't realize that my wife had ordered butt plugs to my mom's house under my name. So I look on my Amazon, I'm like, what did I even send to my mom's house? I look it up, it's like, oh, right, butt plugs. So I call my wife immediately, very angry, because why would you order butt plugs and send them to my fucking mom's house? It's a very awkward situation for me to be in, especially under my name. I'm like, check, what was the name on the shipping label? Yeah, mine, great, wonderful. And so I call her very angry. And so she answers the phone. It's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, you ordered butt plugs and sent it to my fucking mom's house. What the fuck? And she's like, okay, I gotta call you back. I'm like, well, what do you mean? And then she hangs up and like storms off, and I don't know what she did, but then she calls me back immediately. It's like, yeah, I was in the bodega across the street and you were on speakerphone. I was at the register trying to pay for the ramen that you asked me to buy for you, and all he hears is, hey, why'd you send butt plugs to my mom's house?
Yeah, man, it's tough to figure out ways to bond with the in-laws, you know?
Yeah, needless to say, the guys at the bodega are big fans of my wife now.
So how many butt plugs?
It was like a beginner set, so like 4. Of varying stages of girth and rigidness. Huh?
What stage are you at?
Oh, you think they're from me? No.
Rubber or glass?
Rubber.
Hardened glass. It's hardened glass.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like Tom's so muscular that he's got such control of his sphincter that when he poops,
Oh,
he
you
just
couldn't
goes
put a
like...
glass one in there. That'd be dangerous. I was showering my wife one time, and she like tried to like slide something in between my cheeks, and I flexed a little bit. And she's like, "Oh fuck," because I squeezed almost. She was nervous, and she's like, "Oh, you're like if you went to jail, you'd be unrapeable." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't think you know how jail rape works. It's not a one-on-one situation thing. It's more of like." It's more like a group situation where a lot of fellas get together because they don't.
So now we're all just imagining 4 guys trying to hold open. All right, look.
Yeah. I think Oz really kind of skewed people's perspective on what prison rape is, where it's a very romantic one-on-one experience, and it's not.
I went to see the movie Uncut Gems with my girlfriend, and then for like a week after, she kept trying to poke me in the butthole. And I would be like, stop! And she would just do the Adam Sandler voice and go, this is me, this is how I win. I see, this is me, this is how I win. It's very interesting. I love the term beginner set for butt plugs.
Yeah.
Just to
I
be
mean,
like,
there's advanced sets.
Sure.
And those are scary looking.
What do you think what's the biggest one that you've seen?
I haven't even been shopping around much, but they've got stupid big ones. I mean, in porn, I've seen like traffic cone size ones where it's just fucking. Yeah, how are you not ruined forever now? Like that's too big. But I've seen them do it.
I'll be honest. I just found out that butt plugs. I just found out like that they were what they were used for. I thought they were just to keep that poop from falling out all the time.
You're an older man. It's an issue for you.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Sometimes I'm walking down the street and I gotta, I will say I haven't done a lot of butt stuff, and you may have heard me say this before, but it's because I am older and I've never received anal sex before. And I feel like if I were to receive anal sex, the whole time I would just be waiting for the person giving it to me to say, "Oh, you're really tight for your age," and if they didn't, I would be crushed.
Yeah, that would be devastating. Sure, for you.
Also, what if I tried receiving anal sex and I loved it? Then I just have to live the rest of my life realizing that I threw the best anal sex years of my life away.
I know, when it was young and pliable.
Yeah. Now
Now
that's all.
Now it takes so much
Now that it's
warming
chalky
up.
and dry. Yeah, like the Wiener said. Yeah, man, my butthole is so old. Like when I fart, it sounds like a ghost.
I mean, you're so old, your ass has probably gone through menopause at this point.
Yep.
Just a dried out old asshole.
I'm gonna have to get a hysterectomy. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Hershey-rectomy?
Hysterectomy instead of a hysterectomy. It's flipped. It's fun. No.
We have fun. Alright, it's enough bust stuff out of me.
Here we go with Don and Donald. Brian? Keep going for Brian Sully. Brian Scully. I said Sully. Sorry, Brian Scully.
Yeah, that happens.
No, it's,
I don't know why. I can't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah. I went to the doctor's last week.
Mm-hmm.
I had a physical.
How was it?
It was good. It was like, now in retrospect, it was a good time to get it because
Yeah.
they weren't as panicked. But yeah, I went and like, they are like, do you have any problems? I'm like, no, I'm good. And they're like, why are you here? They asked me a couple of times, like, why are you even here? I'm like, I wanted to get my weight. Like, I want to lose some blood to get a little loopy later. But they're like, are your medications the same? I'm like, no, they changed because I had like a real acute manic, like mental health problem over the summer. And he was like, oh, okay, like, did you go to the hospital? And I was like, no, I didn't. And he goes, did you take time off of work? And I'm like, I went on vacation, but I didn't take any like a medical leave. And he just went, good for you, man. It just kept going on. And I'm like, all right, he doesn't. Yeah. This is the guy, like one time when I was like a teenager, or like 19, 20, like I had like a blister on my penis from jacking off too much. And then he just like pulls my pants down. He's in my underwear, and he's like, "Do you notice this thing?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't even know that was there." And he's just like, "It's probably just from rubbing." And I'm like, "Probably." And yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I wasn't circumcised, but I jacked off so much I just rubbed off my foreskin. So.
Yeah. Happens more than you think.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's great. You don't have to pay them oil. You save some money.
Yeah. I like getting the blood taken though.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. It's kind of like weird and sciencey.
But the thing was, like, you hope they ask you certain questions.
Yeah.
And he was like, I wanted him to ask me if I was sexually active.
Oh yeah.
Because I wanted to learn what the word meant. Like,
right.
I wanted his medical definition because I wanted to be like, well, you know, I had sex for the first time over the summer, so there you go. Like, not anymore, but like, is that sexually active?
Yeah, you want the information and you want the high fives.
Yeah. It's a good system.
Yeah.
It's better than some other systems. Like, I got like sat down like in college. They were gonna try to give me a psychiatric diagnosis, and they talked to me, and this guy's just like, all right, I need to talk. I'm not a real doctor. I'm gonna talk to a real doctor and come back to you. I'm like, all right. And he's just like, have you heard of schizophrenia? And I'm like, I've seen movies. And he's like, well, have you heard of bipolar? I'm like, that sounds like it was in a movie at one point.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, well, you get to pick. And that doesn't seem like a real system.
Yeah, that seems like that's a new doctor.
Yeah.
Or doctor in training.
And he's just like,
yeah, Cam does it both. Yeah, you don't have to pick. You can have both.
yeah.
A real doctor would know that.
He recommended bipolar though. It's
Really?
like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, bipolar. If you're gonna get one, you gotta get the bipolar. Cause look, you know, schizophrenia is one thing. Bipolar, two things.
Bam.
Two polars.
Yeah. At one point I was like, I don't think I've had what would qualify as a major depressive episode, so how can I have that? And he was just like, it's fine. You went to the hospital. That counts for it.
Yeah. I like that.
And they have two types. I don't know how many people I know, but like I don't know how many people know that there's two types.
Yeah, there's two types. Nick Martucci calls he's bipolar 2. He calls it the squeakle.
The
squeakle.
The squeakle.
Yeah, the squeakle, like the sequel, like the Chipmunks movie. Look, it's a joke. It's someone else's joke that I shouldn't be explaining. Nick Martucci's very funny.
It sounds fun.
Bipolar 2.
They say like all these great like artists probably had bipolar. I think they had bipolar too, so they just got like hypomanic, which is when you have all the energy and confidence and you can just sit down and work on stuff. And you get that, and then you get to like the full blown, which I think is a medical term, full blown.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's that? Is that like
that's when you have a lot of energy and you feel really good, and then like you start like having psychotic symptoms. You have like delusions of reference, ideas, and grandeur.
Yeah, that sounds not as good. It seems, well, I mean, it still
It makes
sounds
it tougher
pretty
to
fun,
like
but-
get the work you're working on done. It
Yeah,
makes you
yeah.
feel like it's really important.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. If you're just like, if the thing that you're working on is of quality and you get hyper focused on it, then you do really, then it's good.
Yeah, it's
But
like-
most people just get focused on like stuff that doesn't really matter.
You feel it, and you're like, I can see why someone would think they're a prophet or like something, but then it's like, but they can't figure it out. I've taken like engineering classes and like science and studied philosophy. Like, I think I could really make a shot at it.
Yeah, you'd be a great prophet. I'm not saying that I would follow you, but I'd attend a meeting. You know? Well, what do you have to say? I'm interested in your prophecies.
Yeah, the problem is you go up and then they give you stuff to bring you down, and it just brings you real down.
Yeah. I tried antidepressants. It's kind of, which I guess is supposed to bring you up. They didn't work for me. But now I take speed, which works okay.
Yeah. It's probably,
Doesn't do much. It helps me sleep. That seems to help.
They used to prescribe speed for bedwetting, and I didn't know how that worked.
Really?
They just didn't fall asleep.
I was a bedwetter up until 2 weeks ago. So that explains what happened. That makes sense, I guess, because well, I don't know if it makes sense. I think like when I take speed, when I sleep, it's a deeper sleep, so maybe that would be like...
It does make you not have to pee as much.
That's true, it is dehydrating. Yeah. Which is like tough because that's also one of the symptoms of coronavirus is dry mouth. So I'm just like, fuck. But probably fine. Oh, I think I should probably bring up 10 now. Keep going for Brian Scully. That's great. All right. Now it is time for our final comedian of the evening, folks. This guy's great. One of my oldest, dearest friends in comedy. Welcome to stage, Ted Pennigill.
Touch each other, get diseases. I may have chlamydia. No. Took some antibiotics. I'm fine. All right. Oh, boy. I did not know that for some people, speed makes you sleep. Or that it makes you not go to the bathroom. Because anytime I've ever gotten, like, sleptwalked and peed on something that belonged to whoever I was dating at the time, it was because I was on speed. It's happened multiple times. That's why I'm single. All right. And, also lots of booze. There's, currently there is one type of white people. It's called white people. Historically, though, there's been all types of white people. It wasn't until after World War II, there were some, anthropologists, that's the word, because they were like, oh, there's no such thing as race. And then Hitler was like, no, I'm wrong. They were like, there's no culture that's better than any other culture. And then Hitler was like, we have a culture where we kill everybody. And they're like, well, that culture's bad, so we have to revise that. The Irish weren't white till like 1900. The Italians weren't white till like the 20s, and the Jews weren't white till like after World War II. Anyway, this is my name is Ted, and I'm giving a TED Talk on the history of the white race. Also, if you're writing like a sci-fi novel about a plague that like wiped out a huge percent of the world's population, it was this weird dystopian future, wouldn't it be weird if you just had a guy like giving a speech out in public about whatever, but he was talking like baby Hitler? Wouldn't you be like, that's a little too on the nose? Like Stephen King probably cut that chapter out of the Stand. It was the one chapter he cut. It's a very long book. Anyway, like Tom, I also get sex toys delivered to my mom's house. She doesn't check my mail though, so it's fine. She's like, your bank statement came in a long, thin box. This is the thing. If you're looking for a vibrator, don't go on Amazon and search for vibrator, because that'll give you a really mediocre vibrator. You want to get the really high-powered ones. What you got to search for is back massager. I mean, which makes sense, but you are just massaging a very specific part of your back. All right. What else do I want to talk about? Speaking of my mom, she's old, so she's probably going to die of the coronavirus, which is sad. She's a very nice lady. I mean, both my parents are old, but they got it coming. I'm the executor of their will, and I don't like people fucking making plans for me in the future. So just both parents go ahead and die, so I can sell your house and not have enough money to make any difference in my life. I mean, because I got to split it 4 ways. Because I've got 3 brothers. Anyway. But my parents, they're very weird. They're both older people. They're very odd. I'll explain. So my mom, she is super liberal. She's the most liberal person ever, but she's also super Catholic. My dad, super conservative, but also super atheists. So it's very confusing. So like my mom will say things like, "Can you believe your father doesn't believe in global warming or Jesus?" My dad will say things like, he's like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't think gay people should get married because it says it nowhere." He's not actually homophobic. He's just more fiscally conservative. He's not. He's like, this is verbatim the sex talk my dad gave to me and my younger brother as we drove home from an ice cream stand when I was like probably like I was getting my license, so I was like 16 or 17, so my brother was like 15, and we're driving because I drove to the ice cream stand because that's how I learned to drive. Because my dad's got a real sweet tooth ever since he stopped drinking. And so I drove his truck to the ice cream stand, and then he was like, "All right, I'll drive back." Well, he double-fisted 2 ice cream cones. And this was the moment he decided to give us the sex talk. And he goes, "Listen, guys, I don't care if you're gay or straight, I'll love you either way. But whoever you bring home, I just hope that they're hot." He's not a homophobe, just shallow. Shallow man. Just weird. He's very tall. He loves the deep end of the pool, but anyway. But it is weird having parents who are on opposite sides of the political spectrum. You get to hear both sides of the argument, which is why I don't believe in anything. That's why I'm here. Because virus, who cares if we live or die? Anyway, but my dad, it's because it's fun, because like I get like, anytime like there's some crazy political controversy, I can ask him about it, get his side of the story, because he's a big Trump guy. Like I said, very tall, moderate enthusiasm. But when Trump was running for president, he would say all these crazy things, and I'd be like, "Well, this is going to be the thing," and my dad would always have some excuse. And then I got to the thing where it was like, he said the thing women, you can just grab them by the pussy, and I'm like, "Whoa, you still gonna vote for this guy?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Really?" It's like, "No, it's like Trump says, it's just locker room talk." And I'm like, "Locker room talk? What sport are they drawing that up on the chalkboard?" And I thought about it, and I realized there is one sport where that is actually locker room talk, and that is figure skating. Because what does a male figure skater do besides reach down and grab a woman by the vagina and hoist her into the air with one hand. I did that joke, and there was somebody who was like, yeah, it doesn't matter because like all male figure skaters are gay. I'm like, whoa, that doesn't, that's not cool. Also, that's not how that works. But anyway, let's go with your logic. But still, how dare you say that guy's like not a man? Because like, what does a male figure skater do besides reach down and grab a woman by the genitals and lift her to the gods while wearing a cape on the international stage? Oh, fuck, I really fucked this joke up. I left out a huge part of it where I seem like way less of a monster. This is a joke that is a criticism of toxic masculinity, and I just did it like where it's an endorsement of it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did the Tom McDonald version of it. It's like, you ever just grab a woman, lift her up by the pussy, and you got your middle finger in her butthole, and then you're so strong, you just bring her over to your face, and just eat her puss. And you're like, hey, look at me. This is how I play hockey. You're telling me this isn't NHL rules? Go back to Canada, you fucking puss. I call this Canuckalingus. Because it's French Canadian and I have a knuckle inside her asshole. All right, I've been improv comedian Ted Pettingill. Back to Rob Green, everybody.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, everyone that's still here. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll name you all by name. I won't do that. It's though I easily could, really. Thanks everyone for sticking around for the whole show. Those that did, even people like Jimmy and Dan and Tim that have to because they work here. I appreciate it.
Not anymore.
Yeah, what's that?
Not anymore, really.
Really? You don't work here anymore? Yeah, I guess that's true. There's not going to be live entertainment for a while, I guess. So, stockbrokers? Is that what we're gonna do? We're all gonna be stock. We're all gonna. Yeah.
Stock market's collapsing. We're not doing that either.
I know, but that's when we get into it, when it's really on fire. A lot of those other people that are doing it now are probably gonna be like, I'm gonna do something else, and then we can jump in, ride that flaming ship to the bottom of the ocean. Let's do the song. 1, 2, 3. Good night, students. We appreciate your presence in our city on a hill. Good night, students. Please don't tell your parents what I've done or what I'm doing still. Oh, that'd be nice to see. Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Everything's weird, but
Yeah.
we're happy to reminds me of be around you.
Yeah. It was pretty fun considering how weird it was.
We would still have a show when it was like irresponsibly snowy out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just like the summer.
Yeah. We're here. Yeah.
Just a guy.
I think that was the thing we ever canceled the show was for lack of audience. One time it was like so it was such a crazy snowstorm. Me and Matt like came from JP and didn't get here until like at 7:30 and no one was here. We just had like 15 beers went home. That was really fun. My favorite part was when you were talking about the Trinity thing, and at the same time Tom was
I think we might be the same person.
It's the same person.
And like alternate universes.
But knuckling is my favorite funny thing I've never said. It's never gonna work.
It's so funny. Yeah,